My name is Tayo Barua, once again standing in for Fayo Williams, who is unavoidably absent. Today on the program, we shall be looking at guarantor without consent when trust turns into trouble. My guest on the show this afternoon is Barrister Degbola Oduyemi. Barrister Degbola Oduyemi is a renowned human rights activist and a principal partner at Tropical Legal Consult, dedicated to promoting justice and human rights through legal advocacy, and community engagement. Also, the former president of Adekunle Ajasin University, Ondo State, popularly called SUD. Okay, well, it's all good. All right then. Good afternoon to you, Barrister Degbola. Hello. Hello. Are you there? Can you hear me? Hello. Can you hear me? Well, we just have to see how to reconnect to him. Okay. Hello. Hello. Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yes. Good afternoon.
Yes, I can hear you. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon.
How are you today?
You're welcome. I'm fine, thank you. And you?
Very well, thank you. All right then, Barrister Degbola, let's get down to business. We're running out of time already. So the legal term guarantor, what does it really mean? Let's start with that.
When we're talking about guarantor in law, guarantor is someone who's standing for another. Maybe someone wants to, obtain a loan. You want to gain an admission into a university, and they say you need a guarantor. What they mean is somebody who can guarantee you, somebody who can stand and say, yes, you are of good conduct, that you will not violate whatever oaths you swore to, either while taking your loan or while traveling out of the country. Somebody who can guarantee you that you are of good behavior at every material time. That is the simple meaning of the word guarantor.
So who can be used as a guarantor?
Yeah. When we're talking about using someone as guarantor, anybody whatsoever can be used as guarantor, depending on the stipulations of the organizations leading the services of that guarantor. Some people could go as far as demanding that the only person who can guarantee you for a certain position should be a legal practitioner, a level 14 officer in any government ministry, or a medical doctor. Why some people can make it a general thing, whereby you can bring your mother, your father, your brother, your sister to stand guarantee for you.
All right then. Anything that has to do with the law, Hello, can you hear me? Barrister Degbola, are you there? Hello? 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 Can you hear me now? Hello, can you hear me now?
I'm with you.
Okay. So
yes. I think the service is poor.
When it comes to the law, everything has to come with evidence. I mean, when I say evidence, it has to be something substantial. Now, let's look at, can someone list another person as a guarantor without a written consent?
I would say there's no how you want to use someone as guarantor without his consent. To be a guarantor comes with consent. Consent is so fundamental. When you're using anybody as guarantor, it is just so fundamental. You know how you want to go and list my name as your guarantor without first obtaining my consent. It is impossible. If you go ahead and list me as a guarantor anywhere without my consent, that is fraud. You have committed fraud, which is actionable.
Is it punishable by the law?
Against whoever.
Is it punishable by the law?
It is punishable, yes.
Under the law?
It is punishable by the law. Yes, it is punishable under the law. You cannot use somebody as guarantor without obtaining his consent.
So this consent now, is it... Barrister Adegbola, this consent now, does it have to be verbal or it has to be written?
It can either be verbal or written.
Okay.
It could be verbal, it could also be written, but consent is just so paramount. It's just so paramount.
But when you have someone's consent verbally and then in the future the person turn out to say that no, I did not give my consent, then what happens?
You know, when you are seeking consent of someone to be a guarantor, there are some obligations that come with being a guarantor. You must either fill a form. If guarantor is not a verbal thing, even if I give my consent to you verbally, there must be a form which I am supposed to fill and sign that I'm guaranteeing so and so person.
But are there chances that people get to become a guarantor? Hello? 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 Not again. All right, then while we Barrister Adegbola, can you hear me now? Hello? All right, while we try to fix the network issue from here, let's quickly tell you that the roads are looking busy in some parts of Lagos already. Mobolaji Bank and the Inwadi is already on the high side. Very, very busy. I can also confirm to you that Ifako Williams Street also looking very, very busy at this time. For those of you heading inward the mainland, all right. Let's just be patient. Certainly, we'll be getting more feeds from the control room. Control room, you can please push the report to the WhatsApp platform. Alabi and Moyo, while I pick it from there, let's take a look at the big screen in the studio. Movement around Alakwari at this time is still looking very good. Bagada Shoki by Newcastle is also still looking okay. And then is the bridge of Pentinema is free. I can also confirm to you that Zatec Billingsway Junction is looking good at this time. So just keep it within the speed limit within that area. Hello? Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes, Barrister Adegbola, good to have you back. So I was saying that are there chances that people get to be used as guarantors without their knowledge? Is it even possible?
Yeah, like I was saying.
Yes.
That it is practically impossible for you to have a guarantor without the person's consent. Because there must be a form you must fill before you can guarantee anybody. There must be a column for you to sign. If it is loan that the person wants to obtain, there must be a column for you to sign to solidify the fact that you have to stand guarantee for anybody for any reason. So it is practically impossible for consent to be denied or withdrawn. Though you can withdraw your consent as a guarantor if you know that the person you are guaranteeing, if you know that his behavior has changed per time, or you believe that you have reasons not to guarantee him, you can withdraw your consent. You can write to such organization stating your reason for withdrawing your consent as guarantor.
Okay.
To such person.
So this brings me to my next question now. As a legal practitioner now, tell me some of the things I should look out for in being a guarantor for someone.
How do you do what?
In standing as a guarantor for someone else now, if you were to advise me, tell me some of the things I should look out for, some of the things I should know.
If you want to stand guarantee for someone,
yes, some of the things I should know.
the things you should know before you start guarantee from anybody.
Yes, please.
The first thing is the nature of the transaction involved is the most important. Before you can say you want to start guarantee for anybody, what exactly is that guaranteeship required? Is it that the person wants to obtain a loan that you want to guarantee? Is it that the person wants to get a vehicle on hire purchase? Is it that the person wants to go into a university? What are your reasons for standing guarantee for that person? That must not be ascertained. Once that you ascertain, then you go into the issue of the character of the person. How familiar are you with the person you want to guarantee? Is he a good person? That is so important. You can't just say you want to guarantee someone when you don't know the character of the person. Because once you guarantee anybody and the person is at large, the implication is you have put yourself in to offset whatever obligation that person has entered into. If the person takes loan, you are the one to offset the loan by standing guarantee for that person. Okay. If the person wants to take a vehicle and the person run away, you are going to pay for that vehicle. So that is why you must know the character of the person you are standing guarantor, or the person you are guaranteeing.
You had said earlier, Barrister Adegbola, you had said earlier that it's not possible for someone to be a guarantor without the person's consent. A typical scenario of what happens in our society here, talking about loan apps on the internet, right? People get to apply for loans and then put other people's names as guarantor, and then eventually these people fail to pay up, and then they start calling people guarantor, calling their contacts and everything. What are your thoughts?
Very well. I have seen a lot of that happening, but it is a misnomer in law, where some loan app will just pick your number, or they will just tell anybody. They won't do their due diligence on somebody who is standing guarantor. You can't just come and pick somebody's number and say, list 5 people who will stand as your guarantor. And the person will just give numbers of individuals who are not even aware the person is using them as guarantor. You have to verify everything that has to do with a guarantor. Let's say, for example, if you go to the police station to take someone on bail, it is mandatory for the police to know the house of that person coming to take that shorty or that guarantor coming to take the person on bail. The police must know everything about you. They will follow you home. They will know your wife, your children, and everything that pertains to you, so that tomorrow when that person run away, they come and pick you to produce the person you guarantee. So if any loan app is calling you that you stand guarantor for anybody, and you are so much confident that you did not stand guarantor for anybody, you didn't guarantee anybody on anything whatsoever, those loan apps are also liable in law. You can sue them. Because at no time did they contact you. If you list me, let's say for example you list me today as your guarantor, it is expedient on your organization to call me and say, Barrister Adegbola, did you stand guarantee for so and so person? Are you guaranteeing the character of this person? And if I said no, I'm not guaranteeing her, then definitely the company will know that yes, there's no correlation or no connection between yourself and myself.
You have 1 minute remaining.
All right, we apologize for that mix-up there. I'm just hoping that we can conclude that conversation with Barrister Adegbola there. Ordinarily, I would have, loved that he landed on that particular question. But then, while we, try to fix things from this end, let me quickly remind you that, things are looking really busy around Ikeja underneath the bridge, coming in from Mobolaji Bank Council anyway this evening. Yes, very, very busy connecting Ikeja underneath the bridge. Ikeja underneath the bridge, yes, Ikeja roundabout by Lassuth also. Movement is looking busy around that area. If you're going towards that direction, please have it at the back of your mind. Control room, please let's have the report dropped on the WhatsApp platform so we can escalate from here, especially those areas where we have it busy this evening. Let's quickly run through the travel advisory especially for those of you considering the island part of Lagos this evening. In view of the upcoming Economic Community of West African State ECOWAS Summit scheduled to hold between Tuesday 27th, which is today, and Thursday 29th of May, the Lagos State government has released a travel advisory for motorists navigating through the affected areas. For motorists heading to Lagos Island or the mainland from Eko Hotel roundabout, are advised to go through Adetokumbo and Demola. All right, Barrister Adibola, it's good to have you back. Okay, so you were sharing your thoughts on, the loan apps, not doing their due diligence, as to how people use other people for guarantor.
Very well. Very well. Any loan app that lists you as guarantor for anybody without first contacting you when the person listed your name as one of his guarantors, that loan app is liable in law. Highly liable. You can sue them and claim damages from them for listing you as a guarantor even without your consent. You file a suit against the loan app and join the person who listed your name to them. Let them come to court and explain to the court where you ever give your consent to be a guarantor to such a person.
So what are the possible penalties? What are the possible penalties, especially for the one?
Damages.
Okay.
Yes, you claim monetary damages from them. That because you award damages against them, you can claim as 501 million naira from them in damages. It depends on the gravity of the offense involved. It's serious.
But then
how bad and how concerned you felt about their actions. That means how far you are going to go about them.
Okay. Are there ways individuals can actually protect themselves from being used without their consent as a guarantor?
Yeah, the only way you can protect yourself from being used as guarantor without your consent is the day you get to know about it, that it happens without your consent. I advise you report to the police that somebody has committed fraud by using your name to defraud people, even when you are not part of whatever crime whatsoever the person has committed. You can take that to the police. You report to the police that you believe that somebody has used your name to commit fraud. Let the police invite that person, interrogate the person, and let the person tell the police where you ever give your consent. Because that amounts to fraud on its own. That is consent obtained by fraud. You cannot obtain somebody's consent with fraud. Without his permission, you use his name, then it shows you want to go and defraud those that you want to collect money from.
Okay.
So there is a criminal intent in that. That is one. Then secondly, the day you get to know about it, you can also write to that loan app or whoever involved is claiming the person who used your name, that you are not party to whatever the person is doing, you don't know about it. Let the banker disregard whatever information that person has filed with them, that it is without your consent. So that's another way to do that.
All right then. Moving on now from all of these, in order to, reshape, in order to change the narrative, in order to get it better in this part of the world, what are some of the needed, reforms we should be considering in safeguarding guarantors in financial transactions?
Yeah, very well, very well. Believe most of these things we are talking about happens majorly to what is an online loan app. Naturally, before you can make someone a guarantor, like I said earlier, there must be a form person will fill. It is only all these online banks that just go ahead and list people now, without their consent, without any form being filled or anything, they just want to name anybody and said, put by Sadebola as my guarantor. Number, even with, they won't cover up my number to ask me anything. They go ahead and grant you loan. When you default, they come back. So I believe all those loan apps, there should be a disciplinary measure by the government that any loan app who accepts any guarantor from any body seeking loan without getting the consent or the approval of that person, they should be fined. You know, maybe by the time the government put that in place and fine them for 1 million naira per transaction, any transaction you do without getting the requisite consent form for the person to fill, but you go ahead and list anybody as guarantor. By the time the government makes those punitive measures, put them in place, you and I will be very, very safe. There's little to what you and I can do individually. Because if today my sister go anywhere and they say, who can you call in your family? I believe she will mention my name. But mentioning my name is not enough. Whoever she mentioned my name to is now under obligation to verify from me whether this person that claims to be my sister, am I really willing to stand as brother to her? So that's why I said, bulk of this issue on the loan app, let the government or the CBN or whatever regulatory body overseeing the activities put up a punitive measures against all the loan apps. Yes,
all right.
Very well.
While the regulatory authorities are trying to put everything in order, what would be your advice to Nigerians, Lagosians and Nigerians by extension, on how best to handle a situation like this? As we wrap it up.
Yeah, because the situation is so rampant that on daily basis you see people blacklisting, blackmailing people every day, calling them all sorts of names that somebody defaulted, he refused to pay his or her loan, the person is a kidnapper, the person is a pedophile and this. You know, all of that I've seen in recent times. So my advice to you is, if such a thing happens, you also have right of action against the loan app and the person who listed your name as guarantor. You can decide to go to court to pursue a civil matter against them or press the criminal charges against them.
Okay.
So it is not to be taken lightly.
Okay.
You know, it is not to be taken lightly.
We'll leave it at that for now. Thank you so much. I have been speaking with Barrister Adegbola Oduyemi. He is a renowned human rights activist and the principal partner at Tropical Legal Consult. Thank you so much once again for being a part of the program this afternoon.
Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. This is where we wrap it up on today's edition of Safety Train. This program has been brought to you courtesy Rely Supported Limited, providers of first aid boxes and training. For brand promotion on the radio or to access our services, call 0818 131 3156 or message 090-8629-7109. Until the program makes a return next week, Tuesday at 4:30. I remain Tao Barua. Massive thanks to Oluremi Aluko. Big thanks to Victor Terry. Our executive producer is Tayo Akoli.